Okay, so today we're just going to have a quick look at this radiator stop leak from Forte. Now, we've got a bit of a problem. The heater matrix in the Discovery has got a leak. We're not sure whether it's on one of the hoses or in the actual matrix itself. Now, it happened to us on quite a long trip. So in the background here you can just see where we've removed the pipes that lead from the heating system into the heater matrix, and we've actually used a union pipe to connect the two together. So basically what we're doing is essentially bypassing the heater matrix completely. So I'm going to try it, because to get the heater matrix out of a Discovery you've got to take the whole dashboard off. It's a big job, something I don't want to do if I can avoid it. It's probably going to have to be done eventually, but if this is a fix, it'll get me through the winter, I'll be well chuffed. So we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so we've been out in the vehicle today, so the engine's slightly warm, but it's not too bad. So obviously the first thing to do is slowly release any pressure that you might have in your cooling system. So, just slowly release this. If you can hear it hissing there, just a little hiss, not very much, so I know that's not hot, so we can release that. So that's off now. There's still water in there, so obviously we've done something in stopping the leak. Now this is a job you can do. If you find yourself with a leak from your heater matrix and it's leaking into the footwells in the vehicle, or you can just bypass it, just get an old bit of copper piping or something if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, and just link these two hoses together. Bit of pressure release there, I heard. Right, so we've got both the pipes on there. You can see the little union connector that we use, and it's probably quite a good idea to have one of those handy in your vehicle as a spare for an emergency, because it's done a really good job of sorting things out for us, so you never know, it might come in handy again. And certainly if this job isn't fixed with this, we'll be putting it back on again. Okay, so we're going to get the engine warm, and to actually put the additive into the engine, we're not going to just drop it into the reservoir here, we're going to get it straight into the cooling system by adding it into the radiator in this plug here. Now we've actually replaced the plastic plugs here with brass ones, which is always a good idea because they can burst off under pressure. But if you're using the plastic ones, just be careful when you thread them out or thread them back in again. Don't over tighten them because they are plastic and they might cross thread, and then you're really stuck. So we've been around the block, got everything nice and warm, the coolant's going round, so we're just going to release the pressure from the system on here, just releasing it till you hear a hiss. There we go, that's safe to come off now, and then we're going to loosen this off here. Just going to try and get rid of some of the water in here, so allow us more room to put the additive in there. So I'm just squeezing the pipes to get some out. Just watch your eyes again, because if there's antifreeze in there, that's not good stuff to have in your face. Now the other good thing about this radiator stop leak from Forte is it actually lubricates the pump, so even if you haven't got a leak, it's worth putting in your system anyway for that time when you might actually develop one. So, and each time you add it, the level will actually drop because it's leveling itself off, because this is the top of the engine, top of the system. Okay, so in order to get that radiator stop leak into the heater matrix, we have to put the heater on full, put the fan on full, put the temperature on full, and see if we can draw it in. Okay, so unfortunately we've already got quite a lot of water coming out of the heater matrix. But to get this system to work, we've got to get everything really hot, so I'm going to have to put up with that for a little bit and see what happens. So I'll do another run now, get the engine really warm, and see if we can block that leak. Okay, so you can probably tell by my hair that it's been some time since we did the repair to the heater matrix in the Disco 1, but it's been a great success. We've managed to stop that leak, and we've now got dry footwell. One thing I would say, that if you're going to do it on your own vehicle, whether it be because you're actually repairing the heater matrix or the main radiator in the vehicle, make sure you do it on a day when you're going to be running the vehicle for a good hour solidly, so it gets everything nice and hot, because that's what enables the additive to work and seal that blockage. Now one thing we have suffered on is the actual maximum heat on the vehicle, on the blowers. That's been reduced by, I would say, about 25% at least, and that's going to be because what we've done is essentially blocked off part of that heater matrix, so it's not receiving warm water or hot water anymore. So that's the trade-off, I guess, for not replacing the heater matrix. But we're running at about 75% heat, which is enough because these heaters are good to keep us warm in the vehicle. Now we've got a very harsh winter coming up, apparently, and we shall see whether or not that's going to be sufficient to defrost the screen from the frost, but we'll keep you posted. But all in all, really happy with what we've done, and I definitely recommend the system.